So I would like to introduce my colleague Martin Öman, who will tell more about this area. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So my name is Martin Öman, and I have been working in the automotive industry for 20 years. So my experience comes mainly from working at Saab Automobile and General Motors in several positions. And for instance, I've been working as manager for technical simulations. And during that time, I made a transformation, really, how to work with the product development within automotive. We went from hardware-driven design, using really expensive hardwares to develop the cars, to using simulations and software. And this kind of transformation is what's going on right now in the automotive industry. The last years I worked at Saab, I was responsible for chassis. I was the director for chassis engineering. That meant that I had the full responsibility for all component systems, developments, attributes, and all suppliers for automotive parts to the chassis. So I know the business very well, which is a great benefit now working on the consultancy side and supporting clients in the automotive. To give you a good flavor and a fast flavor, because we have limited time, we could talk about automotive for a while. We have made a great movie to show you what's happening in the automotive. So I will start with that.
A major disruption is coming to the automotive sector, and it will never be the same. Three technology trends are about to shape the future of mobility: electromobility, autonomy, connectivity. Here are a few examples of what's happening. The average price of lithium-ion batteries has fallen faster than many have expected and continues to drop fast. These changes will make private electrical vehicles more affordable. Autonomous driving technology is advancing rapidly. By 2025, 8 of the top 10 largest vehicle manufacturers in the world plan to have highly autonomous technology ready for the road. Shared mobility is changing the way we use transportation. Advances in electronic and wireless technology are making shared assets easier and more efficient. A major innovation in shared mobility services will come with the integration of autonomous vehicles that will be able to position themselves where needed. These technology trends are the major reason revenue of outsourced R&D within the automotive sector is expected to rise from today's 17 billion euros to 25 billion euros by 2025.
There are big business opportunities for new products and services in the automotive sector. These revenue pool for the new business could expand the business up to 30%. And of course, we at ÅF, we see a big growth potential within this.
ÅF has more than 1,500 engineers working in the international automotive industry, and over 300 of them have at least 12 years automotive experience. ÅF has extensive experience in executing on-site and outsourced assignments. Within the autonomous car sector, we're already putting in over 180,000 engineering hours per year and running 15 of our automotive customers' satellites. ÅF Automotive has offices all over the world. We offer engineering services to the entire automotive industry.
Within automotive R&D, we have the competence within all system and attributes.
We have more than 40 different automotive clients, mainly in Sweden, Brazil, the UK, and China. Besides supporting Scania, AB Volvo, and Volvo Cars in nearly all engineering areas, ÅF has been working with Jaguar and Land Rover for years with their powertrain integration and other projects. Similarly, OF is supporting vehicle development for new emerging brands such as Lynk & Co. and NIO. Since 1895, OF has been helping clients meet market demands. Now, as we stand on the brink of a paradigm shift that is transforming the automotive sector, we're ready to do it again.
Really exciting times in the automotive industry, as you can see. I hope this gave you a flavor of what is happening. And we talked about the trends earlier, and I will just like to comment them as well. And during my 20 years in the automotive industry, I never seen the pace of change that is happening right now. So when it comes to connectivity, it's really to make the car as a smartphone on wheels. It needs to be connected to now sell a lot of new services, and especially enabling car sharing, which is a really growing service in the urban cities. Autonomous, there are definitely fully autonomous vehicles under development. They will enter the market when the technical issues, there are some still, and regulatory issues. When they are solved, we will see these on the market. I think it will be already within 3 to 5 years. And there are solutions already in big cities with geofencing, which will solve the regulatory issues. So the technique is already there, and we are working with this. And the autonomous, we can say that already today there is a lot of ADAS system, advanced driver assistance systems, which comes year by year, new systems. So already today, the car can drive itself, but it has to be supervised by the driver. Electrification, mainly driven by sustainability, but probably mid of the 20s, it will be driven from an economic perspective. It will be more economical to drive electrical than with a conventional combustion engine. But so far driven by CO2 emissions that needs to be reduced, and there are today under development a lot of different variants of hybrids, everything from mild hybrids, which are cheaper to meet the European emission targets for 2020, but also fully hybrid vehicles, range extenders, and also pure battery electric vehicles, which we see more and more of, especially on the China market. These trends will also reinforce each other. So for instance, the cost for the electrification and autonomous drive will be solved partly by shared economy, which is enabled by connectivity and the car sharing, because then you share the costs. Today, an average car is used only 4% of the time. With the car sharing, utilization could come up to like 40-50%, and then of course the cost goes down for each customer. When we talk about autonomous, when the car becomes more autonomous, it can also support the car sharing by moving to the place where the car is needed. And it could also go and charge itself, which makes the need for a battery size smaller, especially in urban cities, which takes the cost down for electric vehicles. So there is a lot of reinforcement in between these different technology trends. Also, there are some society trends like sustainability, we heard about that, but also urbanization that is reinforcing these change. So the automotive business will for sure be disruptive in the coming years. And that influences the market. If we look at the OEMs so far, there has not been many changes how the OEM looks like and the market looks like. Compared to what Lennart talked about, the mobile industry, there really the disruption really happened. So the last 15 years on the top 15 automotive OEMs, only 2 new players have made an entrance, compared to the telecommunication and mobile, where we have 10 new players the last 15 years. So there will be a new landscape. There will be not only the traditional OEMs selling cars to the end customer. It will be mobility providers like Uber, Didi in China, So for us as ÅF, this is a great opportunity to find new clients in the new value streams. Looking at the market for us as engineering service provider, the engineering service outsourcing is increasing. And as you can see there, it increases in all areas of the world. And especially in China, it's growing extremely fast. And that's why we already are in China and have a focus on growing there even more. But it's growing everywhere. And it's due to all these technologies that now has to be developed due to the trends we see in the market. Also, when we look at the disciplines, this was a geographical picture before, and now we're looking at which disciplines, where do the OEMs, the car manufacturers, put their budget? Well, it's especially then within battery technologies, it's within electrical architectures, software development, new propulsion systems like the electrical drivelines. But still, there will be a lot of work also in the traditional areas like interior body and chassis. Of course, this is very positive for us. We see a big growth. We have been growing the last years, and we will continue to grow. We are right now 1,500 engineers working within ÅF with automotive in the global automotive industry. And out of these 1,500, 300 have more than 12 years of experience, which is a very good base to take on bigger assignments. We have 40 different clients all over the world. It's some OEMs, the car manufacturers, but it's also truck manufacturers, and it's tier 1 suppliers to the automotive OEMs. We have the extensive experience. We have a very good track record with reference projects. So we come in a good position when we get tenders from our potential clients. And we run today 15 different customer clients in our offices. So that means that we have got the trust from our clients to have their systems, their processes in our facilities and do the work from our facilities. And that was what we heard before about that we deliver a team. And in product development, it can be hard to give out a very clear specific project, and therefore, because it's changing all the time. And therefore, this is a good solution as a start to help our clients with a team working in our offices. Looking a little bit more into deep in the R&D, what are the competences we have? Well, we have that in all the systems. Often you divide the car into systems, and there are body parts, exterior, there are chassis parts, there are interior, electrical, and there is a driveline. And there you have all the system and components for the car. But to get a good car, you need to integrate that. And you need to focus on the attributes. You need to get a great crash performance when you put all stuff together. And we have all that competence, both on the system side and on the attribute side. That means that ÅF could develop our own car if we would like to, from a competence perspective. And that's rather amazing. And I think we are one of the few that really could do that. Looking at a typical project for us, this is a new emerging OEM that we can talk about because this car has been shown. It will start the production in March next year, and it will actually have a launch in Beijing in China in December, where we are invited to stand together with the other engineers that have developed this car. And we have had 80 persons approximately around the globe working for this, both from India, Sweden, and China. And we have made all the chassis parts, and we have made the ADAS system, the advanced driver assistance systems. So this has been a very good project, and this is a new luxury electric powered SUV with top of the line technologies, really. So, and this is a typical project in China right now. I think there are like 20 of these initiatives which are well financed and new emerging OEMs that we will see come into the market. And they see the opportunity now when the electrical cars are coming, and especially in China. So this is a great opportunity for us at ÅF. We have the same kind of competence base in manufacturing and robotics, where we deliver turnkey solutions for our clients within automotive. So it's the big Swedish OEMs mainly, where we have production lines for bodies, for engines, and so on. So we are well established here. We haven't made that many work internationally yet within this area, but now we will follow the customers to new countries, to the new factories, and build that on the competence we have gathered here in Sweden. So our roadmap, how to catch now this big opportunity, because there is a growing market within automotive. And we are number one in Scandinavia. We are the biggest company within automotive in Scandinavia. We will stay as number one at our OEMs in Sweden, but we will increase our project share. As we heard before from Jonas, we have a professional service as a base, and we will do more of the project work in the future. And this is in dialogue with our customers, with our clients, that we do this together. We will focus very much on the electrical and embedded systems, because this is what comes into the cars, the software development. And we will try also to find our own solutions that we can have a leverage on, reuse and reuse. And we have some ideas of great opportunities here with software platforms. We will follow our home market clients internationally, and we are already doing that. We are, for instance, in Brazil, working for the two Swedish big truck manufacturers. And we have actually been growing with more than 100% in Brazil this year when it comes to number of employees. We are also asked to go to US with them, and we are right now working with that. We are following the car manufacturers as Volvo, as a part of Geely, to China, also on the production side, but for sure within R&D. We will continue. We have made or performed 2 bigger projects for 2 new emerging clients the last 5 years in China, and we are right now in a discussion with another 3. So we will definitely focus on winning and conducting some of these new potential projects in China. And we see a big potential for us there due to our track record and that we are already established in China in a good way. And we will continue to develop our India business as well. The India local automotive business has not been growing that fast, but now when electrical vehicles start to be discussed, there are a lot of potentials. So we are in India, and we will continue to grow there also with local business, but mainly we are there to find resources. We are very attractive as a Swedish Scandinavian company in India. So we are already using a lot of people from India, good resources. I was self-working, building up an office for General Motors there in 2003 with 700 employees. And they have gained a lot of experience in India because all of the big OEMs have been there for 15 years. So now we have been able to recruit the best, and we will keep them, and we will use them in performing projects for us. And that's one of the ways we stay competitive when it comes to cost.